All right, greetings, families. Thank you so much for joining us today for Legacy's preschool and pre-kindergarten virtual open house. My name is Rachel Sotelo, and I am the preschool coordinator here at the Chandler campus. So although this year's event looks a little different, we're hosting virtually, we still wanted to provide you all with a close peek into our campus preschool experience. So feel free to submit your questions in our Facebook comments and our team will reply. So our preschool and pre-K open house agenda will look like this. We will be covering our legacy traditional preschool and pre-K general overview. We have our program description and curriculum. Our daily schedule will be discussed. Registration information, tuition and tuition payments, commonly asked questions, and then a classroom tour experience. So preschool and pre-K overview. Legacy's program provides a safe and structured, caring, enriching, and affordable program for our families. So students will participate in fun educational activities designed to prepare children to successfully begin kindergarten with the social and academic skills needed to achieve high academic performance. So our preschools and pre-K programs, we are licensed by the Department of Health Services, commonly referred to as DHS. So with that, our state recommended classroom ratios will always be 1 to 13 for our 3-year-olds and 1 to 15 for our 4 and 5-year-olds. Really, when we're looking at classrooms, we will always have 2 teachers in our classrooms for both our 3-year-olds and our 4-year-olds. So with that, jumping into our curriculum, we actually do 3 times a year. We conduct what we refer to as SESI, our Scholastic Early Childhood Inventory with our students, and that measures growth, academic growth of skill in mathematics, English language arts, and social emotional skills as well. So furthermore, with our teachers, we lead parent-teacher conferences as well throughout the year, twice a year. So we'll go over those assessment results with families to let you know how your kiddo's doing. And again, that will focus on our curriculum as well. Our curriculum might look a little familiar to you if you have kiddos on our K-8 campus. So we also introduce Spalding Language Arts. We do Saxon Math, and then Scholastic Big Day Pre-K. So again, our SESIs are Scholastic Early Childhood Inventory. Those assessments are conducted at the beginning of the year, mid-year, and the end of year as well. So a little bit more of our pre-K overview. We have certain age requirements for our program. So pre-K is our 4-year-old program. Those kiddos must be 4 by August 31st. To be eligible for pre-K. So we also have preschool. Preschool program is for our 3-year-olds. They must be 3 by their first day of school, as well as having that 3rd birthday by August 31st. So we're looking at 3 by the first day of school and 3 by August 31st. So we'll take a look at some schedules for our program as well. So a full day program, that might look familiar to you, going over some of our information. If you have seen on our website, we commonly refer to our school day as a full day program. Our full day program goes from 7 a.m. to 3:10 p.m. That time frame does include breakfast, a morning snack, and lunch. So we like to tell families we will do breakfast from the time we open, which will be 7 a.m. till about 8 a.m. So we'll have different families coming in at different times within that time frame. You don't have to bring your kiddo right at 7 a.m. You don't have to bring them right at 7:30. Feel free to utilize that time as you'd like. But if you're wanting your kiddo to have breakfast, you'll want to be dropping them off between that time frame, between 7 and 8. So we also have, along with our full day schedule, we also have our extended day program, and that will run from 3:10 p.m. to 6 p.m. If you want your kiddo in this program, we also offer a snack during that time. So really, if you're looking at both our full day and extended day program, you're looking at a 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. day for your kiddos. So we will go ahead and take a look at some more info here. So this is an example of our full day program, a sample schedule, so to speak. So you'll see our full day, again, runs from 7 a.m. to 3:10 p.m. We start that day off with breakfast. And again, because we have kiddos coming in at different times, we'll be doing breakfast, but also we'll have activities going for the kids. So they will arrive, they'll get situated, their teachers will give them activities to do or eat breakfast. They'll be kept busy right off the bat. So at 8 a.m., we're going into teacher-led activities, center-based play. It will differ slightly. The schedule differs ever so slightly with our teachers, simply because each classroom is, we do have their own schedule. But again, this is a sample schedule. So moving right into mid-morning, they're doing circle time. We do scheduled bathroom breaks and water breaks all throughout the day. We'll focus on language arts, our Spalding. Then you'll see here, we will move into our morning snack at about 9:30, 9:45. We do another bathroom break. We do fine arts. The one thing that we do throughout the day that differs for each classroom is recess. Recess is permitted for one classroom at a time. So that'll look a little different per classroom. But then again, we'll jump right back into our curriculum. We'll jump into Saxon math. Our kiddos will have lunch at about 11:30. If a classroom is doing nap time, they will jump into nap time at about 12:30 to about 1:45. For the classrooms that don't do nap time, we do offer those quiet activities for them during that time. So after that, our kiddos are doing science. They'll maybe be doing their physical education for the day, social emotional skills and lessons at that time. Then coming towards the close of the day, our goodbyes. So this again was our general schedule. This is all an expectation for each classroom. So an example schedule of our PM extended day program. So again, that PM extended day runs from 3:10 p.m. until 6 p.m. So the end of the day, we're doing an afternoon circle time. We'll do an afternoon snack, again, with those bathroom breaks and water breaks scheduled, even in extended day. So if weather is permitting, we'll do recess outdoors. If it's too warm, we'll do an indoor recess or indoor PE. We might go to next door to utilize our turf for some indoor play. And then we'll do a story time, definitely do some arts and crafts. And then towards the end of the day there, the end of the evening, we're doing some more center-based play and then teacher-led, teacher and child-led activities as well. So registration, our registration fees, they vary based on whether or not you're registering for preschool or pre-K programs. So that's where you'll see a slight difference. And you can see all of our enrollment information online. Each campus has that available as well. But students, to be eligible to register, again, they must be fully potty trained at the time of enrollment. Our parent handbook outlines both our toilet training policy as well as the strategies that we support in our programs to help the children be successful. However, we do like to share a few points. So really, our kiddos, they need to come to school every day in their underwear. We don't do any kind of diapering, pull-ups, for example, or training pants. So we try to reiterate that as best we can. The children are expected to use the toilets and clean up properly without assistance from teachers. And really, this is because our program isn't licensed as a potty training program. So our kiddos must be able to do those things independently. I think one of the questions that most commonly pops up is, what if my kiddo has an accident, or what if they need help? And, really, we are here to support them. We will help them. We will model for them. We will give verbal directions. But any kind of physical activity in the toileting room would be independent with the children. So moving back into general registration expectations. So we have a non-refundable annual registration fee, and it will be assessed once your child's preschool or pre-K registration is approved. So that's always based on classroom availability. Students, again, they must be fully potty trained at the time of enrollment. And all of our registration is done online, and we have that noted here for you. We also require a copy of the student's birth certificate and current immunizations to complete that registration process. So here is our tuition and payment information for both the preschool and pre-K programs. You'll see we have our registration fees noted for pre-K, for example. That registration fee is $175. The full day program that we talked about earlier, and again, that runs from 7 a.m. to 3:10 p.m. That is $170 a week for that full day program. If you did want to add on that extended day, you need a later pickup for your kiddo, it's essentially an extra contract, an extra $55 a week. So you would look at that $170 plus that $55 for pre-K. Move into preschool, you'll see the same expectation. We have a annual registration fee of $200, and then the full day program and extended day program. For full day for preschool, it's $193. And then if you did, again, need to add on that extended day program, essentially adding on that, that's $60. You'll also see that we have our fall, winter, spring, and summer break programs. Our campus does host those programs, so we will be open during those times. If you did need care for your kiddos, we will be here. And you're looking at towards the bottom here, the weekly tuition for those times, $170 for pre-K, $193 for preschool. So some more info on tuition and payment. So tuition is billed weekly on Thursdays for the upcoming week, so it can't be skipped. Refunds or credits will not be given for unused days or vacation days or days not attended due to illness, for example. There is no tuition due during the weeks when the program is closed. Example, for break programs. We are open for break programs if you choose to participate in those. So if you don't need break program, you wouldn't owe tuition. If you would like your kiddo to be attending during that break program, then tuition would be due. So we do highly encourage families to plan vacations during the predetermined school breaks, those break programs, for example, since there's no tuition due during that time. So payments must be made using our online registration system, LEO. So to register, we have plenty of staff available during regular business hours to assist you with the registration process and to answer any questions you have. We have all of some info here for you to utilize our phone and email, our registration online, and then also, of course, following us on Facebook. And for classroom tours, for anyone wanting classroom tours, if you are interested, definitely stay tuned until the end for a campus classroom tour. We are currently offering those prospective parents tours led by me, my designee as well, but they do need to be scheduled in advance. You can do that online, or you can give us a call. If you are wanting or needing a different time, we will try our hardest to accommodate you. But we do try to remind families to do those online as best they can. Just for your information, if you are wanting to set up a tour, anybody visiting our campus, we will be taking their temperature at the door just to assess a general wellness observation to enter. And really any tour participant's temperature, if it is above 100.4, we will have to reschedule that group tour. So again, please stay tuned and we will have some awesome things for you to look at in terms of tours.
And then Rachel, in terms of families, some commonly asked questions that we receive here, if you could just kind of go into training of your staff, experience requirements, what does that look like at the Chandler Preschool?
Sure. So all of our staff here at the Chandler Preschool, they must go through a series of training hours to be a staff member, along with having very specific documentation and certificates. We do have to follow the guidelines given to us by the state of Arizona, the Department of Health. So for example, our staff must meet at the very least 18 hours of training related to early childhood education. We have all of our staff are background checked, fingerprint clearance card checked. We do first aid CPR certification for our staff, food handler certification. So there's a whole slew of different things our staff need in order to come on site with us. That is definitely a popular question. So I'm glad you guys were able to ask that.
And then another commonly asked question is regarding the food that is served. In terms of food, are you guys able to supplement meals due to dietary restrictions or food allergies?
Another great question. So we, of course, we do provide breakfast, lunch, and snacks for our kiddos. We will provide the menus to you guys as well. So for the entire month, you'll have an opportunity to look ahead at what your child may or may not want. So if you do have a kiddo who does have an allergy restriction, a dietary restriction, we urge you to bring in food for them in placement of what's on the menu that day. So our cafeteria will, they do accommodate us every day for those breakfast, lunch, and snacks, but they won't replace a certain meal. We do have to follow strict guidelines with our nutritional guidelines as well. So definitely feel free to bring in food for your kiddo.
And then another question that we received is regarding eligibility age requirement. So if you have a student who's going to be turning age older, how would that work out if they're in between classes?
Got it. So we've had this question come to us a few times, and really, if your kiddo is, for example, entering our preschool program, they are 3, but they're turning 4 soon, and you're wondering if they can move up to the pre-K program mid-year. Short answer is unfortunately no. Our kiddos, once they start the program for the school year, they finish the program out for the year. So our preschool program is actually for our 3-year-olds and younger 4-year-olds. So they will be with peers within that age group. Same thing with our pre-K program. We're looking at older 4-year-olds, younger 5-year-olds. Again, peers all within that same age group. So great question, but our kiddos, we like to start them in one program and have them finish out that program. That way they're ready and prepped to go for the very next program or the next school year.
And you just mentioned school year. So the pre-K program is, since Legacy K through 8 is also on campus, is that a separate enrollment process? If a child is in the Legacy preschool program, are they automatically enrolled in the Legacy Kinder program?
Great question. And that's another common one that comes our way. So even with kindergarten, you automatically will have to enroll your kiddo if you so choose for them to enter kindergarten at any Legacy campus. So it isn't an automatic enrollment or an automatic in, so to speak. After your kiddo graduates from pre-K, you definitely will want them we're hoping you will want them to join us for kindergarten, and you'll have to enroll them for that program as well.
And if a family has a kiddo on the K through 8 campus, how does pickup work for preschool?
Yes, so we have plenty of families who go to our K through 8 campus. They go to preschool as well, and really it'll depend on that family's wants and needs, and also depending on when they're picking their kiddo up. But our families now who do have families in both programs will typically pick up their kiddos on the K through 8 campus, utilize their drive line to pick them up, and then really essentially just come right to preschool because we are right next door, and come and pick up their kiddo, their preschool kiddo from preschool. So it's depending on that need for the family. It'll work out however you need it to, but typically our families pick up their K through 8 kiddo first and then our preschooler. But they can also feel free to pick up preschoolers a little early if needed. That's more than fine as well. So our classroom tours are in-person tours. Again, those will be scheduled in advance. Feel free to give us a call at 480-270-5422 if you do have any questions. And again, stay tuned. At the end of our presentation, we will give a brief classroom tour. Thank you so much for attending, guys. We will see you shortly. Have a good one.
Awesome. So coming back to our circle time area, our circle time rug, our kiddos will come and sit down. Our main focus here is our math meeting. So our math meeting here, they will focus on the days of the week, months of the year. Looking at our calendar, for example, you can see they're already incorporating shapes, colors, and patterns. They'll also learn how to count to 100. Our kiddos are able to count to 100 pretty quick, easy on in the year. So it's really awesome seeing that progression. So taking a look around, you'll see we have some centers out that our kiddos can take advantage of throughout the day. Different centers, again, center-based. So taking a look at the walls too, we like to display all the really cool arts and crafts and activities that they do. And then coming here towards the back, we have our arts and crafts center. Kiddos here can do independent art time as well as teacher-led. Really quickly, I do want to show you guys. So this week, for example, we're focusing on nature all around us. So you see we have fall, winter, spring, summer. Our kiddos are focusing on this theme and pointing down here. Our kiddos are growing little plants this week. So they're so excited to be doing this. We have a few of our other classrooms who are already getting sprouts and the kids are super excited. So again, doing those different things, we keep our kiddos very busy. So again, towards the end of the day, we will have that second circle time. We do focus on math meeting at least twice a day. And again, I know we talked about it a little bit. I wanted to make sure we got it in the tour. Our math meeting, we do focus on incorporating different shapes, colors, numbers, patterns. We do the days of the week, months of the year. Over here, our teacher actually has, along with her morning routine, her different classroom jobs as well. So we hope you guys enjoyed the tour. I do encourage you to take a look at our Facebook page. We have more info there and another tour as well that we've had it for a little while. So you can actually look back on that very frequently to show your kiddos too.